Behind every great empire lies a central metropolis, the beating heart of power, culture, and governance. These cities were more than just populated areas. They were the driving force behind the expansion of empires that once stretched across vast territories, rivaling the largest cities of today. Number 10. Babylon, Mesopotamia. Once the jewel of the ancient world, Babylon was a metropolis like no other. Known for its hanging gardens, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, Babylon thrived as the heart of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. But what really made Babylon an empire's pulse was its advanced infrastructure and the legendary Ishtar Gate, which symbolized the city's wealth and military dominance. Yet, despite its grandeur, Babylon fell to the Persians in a single night. What triggered such a swift collapse? Number 9. Thebes, Egypt. Thebes was the magnificent center of the ancient Egyptian New Kingdom. As the capital, it was home to the monumental Karnak Temple and the Valley of the Kings, where pharaohs were laid to rest. The city's architectural wonders spoke of Egypt's immense power. But how did Thebes manage to thrive for centuries before being overtaken by rivals? Could it have been the fall of its rulers or the disintegration of religious dominance that marked its decline? Number 8. Athens, Greece. Athens wasn't just a political capital, it was the intellectual and cultural heartbeat of the ancient world. From its democratic ideals to its innovations in philosophy and art, Athens led the Greek world. The Acropolis still towers over the city as a symbol of artistic power. But as Athens rose in cultural and military might, what led to its eventual decline? Was it internal strife or the overwhelming force of the Spartans that caused the fall of the once mighty metropolis? Number 7. Rome, Italy. The eternal city home to the Roman Empire, which at its peak controlled much of Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. Rome's massive urban sprawl housed over 1 million people at its height, a metropolis that brought engineering marvels like aqueducts and roads, as well as stunning architecture like the Colosseum. But how did such an empire, so vast and advanced, crumble into ruin? Was it the empire's overextension or the growing internal conflicts that brought this once unstoppable metropolis to its knees? Number 6. Persepolis, Persia. Built by the Achaemenid Empire, Persepolis was a city of immense beauty and splendor. Its intricate palaces, monumental staircases, and grand gateways were symbols of Persia's strength. But despite its grandeur, Persepolis was destroyed by Alexander the Great in a single, devastating attack. Was it the immense wealth that made Persepolis a target? Or was there something more profound, like a cultural clash, that caused its fall? Number 5. Xi'an, China. The starting point of the Silk Road and home to the famous Terracotta Army, Xi'an was the epicenter of the Qin dynasty and later the Tang dynasty. It was a melting pot of cultures and ideas, with a population numbering in the millions. But Xi'an's rise as a global metropolis was not without its own mysteries. What caused the Qin dynasty's fall, and how did a city that once controlled the world's trade routes suddenly fade into history? Number 4. Teotihuacan, Mexico. The mysterious city of Teotihuacan, once the heart of a thriving pre-Columbian civilization, housed hundreds of thousands of people and was the largest urban center in the Americas. Its pyramids, particularly the Pyramid of the Sun and Pyramid of the Moon, stand as testimony to the power of its creators. But even more puzzling, who were these people? The identity of Teotihuacan's rulers remains a mystery to this day, leaving us wondering, what caused this metropolis to suddenly collapse? Number 3. Angkor, Cambodia. Angkor was the capital of the Khmer Empire, and at its peak it housed over 1 million people, making it the largest pre-industrial city in the world. Its Angkor Wat temple complex stands as the largest religious monument in the world. But the empire's sudden decline remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Did the city fall because of war, climate change, or the internal conflicts of the Khmer Empire? The answers remain hidden in the jungle. Number 2. Cairo, Egypt. The capital of Egypt for centuries, Cairo's origins trace back to the pharaohs, but it was also a key player in the Islamic Golden Age. As one of the world's oldest cities, it's been the center of culture, trade and science. But how did Cairo manage to remain so influential throughout the millennia? Was it its strategic location on the Nile, or was it its constant reinvention over the ages that allowed this ancient metropolis to thrive? The great metropolis of Babylon, Mesopotamia. Considered one of the most advanced cities of its time, Babylon was a thriving metropolis at the heart of the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Known for its hanging gardens, the Ishtar Gate and its intricate ziggurats, it became the epitome of architectural and cultural achievement. But despite its mighty walls and majestic gates, Babylon mysteriously fell to the Persian Empire. What weakened Babylon, and what role did its rulers play in its sudden downfall? These ancient metropolises weren't just cities, they were the lifeblood of their empires, shaping civilizations and the world as we know it. From the glory of Babylon to the mystery of Teotihuacan, each metropolis holds a story of triumph, mystery, and ultimate downfall. Behind every empire there was a great city, and behind every city, a legacy that continues to captivate our imagination today. The greatest ancient metropolises, power, wealth, and mystery. What secrets do they still hold? Only time and archaeology will reveal them.